everybody. So, another story time video. This time it's gonna be on my adventure at a haunted cemetery. So, I don't know why I did quotations because literally there was so much shit that happened. I don't even know where to start. I don't know where to end. Let's just kind of see where this video goes. So, God, I don't even know how many years ago. Like 10 years ago? Maybe longer? Yeah, 10. We'll say 10. Like 10 years ago, me and my sister and a couple of her friends and our cousin. Wait, did our cousin go that time? I can't remember if my cousin went that time. I think my brother went. I can't remember, but no, my sister went. I'm going to tell you why I remember my sister going. So, we're bored. I mean, it's like 10 years ago. There wasn't really shit to do at the time. So we were like, what are we going to do? I'm like, I really want to go out to Bloods Point. Keep hearing all these stories about Bloods Point. There's a story about the road and the bridge that's kind of, it's not really by the cemetery, but people say it is. It's not. It's like down the road, a couple miles. So there is, I'm going to start with the bridge. We drove over the bridge. We didn't stay at the bridge. there's a story, I guess, that there was a witch that was all distraught and she hung her kids off the bridge. Plain and simple. Something about, I've heard this story, not this story, but I've heard about a school bus and kids like dying on the school bus, like it gets hit by a train and shit, whatever. This one is if you park on the bridge that you will roll. Well, it's on a incline, decline, whatever, depends on which side you're coming off of. So yeah, if you put your car in neutral, it's gonna fucking roll. Okay? Didn't care. Bloods Point Cemetery, though, there's a lot of stories regarding the cemetery and then the road that it's on, because it's called Bloods Point Road. There is a black car that will chase you. There's sightings of some old beat up truck that will chase you. Something about a guy with a pitchfork. There's just all these stories, right? I'm like, okay, let's go out to Bloods Point. So we drive out there, but you can't go to Bloods Point Cemetery. If you get caught at Bloods Point Cemetery, because there's been so many people that went there and literally destroyed the fucking headstones and fucking, you know how people are. So you can't go there, and it was night. So I'm like, you know what? We're not going to park by the cemetery. What we're going to do is we are going to park down the road and then walk down there, right? Less inconspicuous is what I was thinking. There was a bunch of us, though. We had a car full of people, okay? And we're walking down this road. It wasn't even Bloods Point. We were walking down like the crossroad. I don't even remember what the fuck the name of that road is. There's a road that goes across because Bloods Point Cemetery is on the corner, okay, of Bloods Point Road and whatever the fuck this crossroad is. And there's a bunch of houses. It's farmland, whatever. We're walking down the road, and on the side of us over here, like we're walking on the side of the road, there's like a farm and there's some horses, and no fucking shit, there was probably 6-7 horses. They literally lined up side by side and stood there and watched us walk by, and the only thing that moved was their heads. That was it. It was fucking creepy as hell. Okay, horses at night watching you walk down the road. They're all standing in line like that, and all that's moving is their heads as we're walking by. They're just watching us. So we're walking down this road. That was creepy as fuck. After we passed the horse farm or whatever the fuck it was, me and my sister was like, oh dude, we gotta pee. That's why I remember my sister was there. Like, dude, we gotta pee. We found this big ass bush, okay? And she went on one side behind it. I went on the other side behind me. It was a fucking huge bush. And we peed, and we come out, and we start walking down the road again. This bush is going to come up again later, because I don't know what the fuck happened to that bush. It was not there no more. So anyways, we're walking down the road. We get to Bloods Point Cemetery, and I'm taking pictures with the cheap generic phone that I had at the time. It was not an iPhone. Some kind of Android, some kind of little cheap little phone, whatever. Taking pictures of the cemetery. I didn't want to go inside there because I'm already like, nope, I don't want something to follow us home. So if we go inside the cemetery, something's going to follow us home. So we're all standing outside of it, plus the gate's locked. You would have had to climb over the fucking fence to get in there. There's a big ass light in the middle of the cemetery. I don't know. I don't remember. I found all my pictures. And I am going to add them to the video and everything. Maybe I'll do like a voiceover because I'm sure you guys don't want to sit here and look at me for however long it takes me to tell this story. This one's not as long as the other one, but there's a lot of shit that fucking happens. So we're taking pictures, and I'm just like, I got this really uneasy feeling. I'm like, dude, we gotta go. We gotta fucking go. So we're there for maybe 10, 15 minutes, right? Remember, we walked down the road miles. We walked miles down this road, okay? And I'm like, all right, we gotta go. We gotta go. I'm ready to go. I got a bad vibe. We gotta go. I'm all about vibes. So we start walking back down the crossroad that we had parked on, not Bloods Point. And we're walking down the road, and we seen the horses, and me and my sister's like, dude, where's that fucking bush that we pissed behind, dude? Where is this fucking bush? Bush is gone. That bush no longer existed. This big ass fucking bush, gone. Okay? Shit you not. It was not there no more. We're all like, dude, what the fuck? What happened to the bush? I mean, this big ass bush. It was after we had seen the horses. So we should have seen it before we seen the horses again. Whatever. We're still walking down the road. We come across the horse farm again. Of course, all the horses line up in unison again, side by side. Heads turning, watching us walk down the road. Fucking creepy shit. We get back to my car. We all get in. We seen a car miles down the road, right? We seen the headlights because it's night. I'm like, dude, hurry up, get in the fucking car. What if it's a fucking cop? We're going to get in fucking trouble. So everybody gets in the car. We're driving down the fucking road. This car comes fucking flying up on us. And I'm like, dude, what do we do? What do we do? Do I pull over? Do I keep going? So I just kept going. We could see Rockford city lights, like the lights from the city for Rockford. And I'm like, dude, we're really fucking close. We're just going to keep fucking going. We're not going to pull over because we don't know who the fuck this is. It's not a cop. Can't really tell, like, what kind of make, model, what color, anything, right? It's fucking dark. And we're driving, and we get back into the city. Car turns off before we hit the city, so we didn't actually see anything. Fucking creepy. We get back home, and we're sitting there talking about what happened, you know, the horses, how, like, it was just this really creepy vibe at Bloods Point Cemetery, and I don't think it was the fact that it was just dark as fuck. Like, it was dark. But just some creepy feeling. Okay, so we're all talking about that, and I'm looking through my phone, and I'm looking at the pictures I took. And I don't even remember how many pictures I took. But I'm looking through the pictures, and I'm like, Heather, that's my sister. I'm like, Heather, look at this fucking picture. She's like, what? I was like, dude, there's like a blue light. Was there a blue light out there? She's like, no, there was no blue light out there. So I'm like, okay. I zoom it in, and I'm looking at it and shit. And I'm like, that looks creepy as fuck. So I'm looking at the picture, I'm zooming it in. And the one kind of looks like a hand like this. Okay, you're going to see it. I'm going to fucking post all this shit. Probably going to fucking cover some of this. I don't know. We'll see. But it looks like a hand going like this. And then the other one Like, it just kind of looked like a little ball of light. And I zoom in on it, and it can't really make out what it is. I think it kind of looks like a head, but it's by one of the, like, the headstones and shit that's not fucked up. A lot of them were all fucked up and crumbled on the ground and shit. So, I still have not been back to Blood's Point. I mean, it's been like 10 years. I probably won't go back to Blood's Point. Um, I might drive by. There's no way in hell I'll do what I did last time, though. I'm not parking miles down the road and walking to this fucking cemetery. I'm literally gonna drive by, roll down the fucking window, and be like, yep, it's there, and keep it moving. Um, After that, though, I kind of started some shit, taking them all out with me to Blood's Point, because it was my sister, pretty sure my brother was there, my sister's friends, my cousin. I'm pretty sure my cousin was there. If he wasn't there with me that time, then my sister and brother must have told him what happened, and then he was intrigued and wanted to go out there. So they went back out there. I don't know. Wasn't that same night? I don't know if it was like days later, weeks later, whatever. They went back out there. And instead of heeding my warning, they proceeded to go inside the cemetery, and my cousin pissed on a fucking headstone. Yeah, you fucking heard me. My cousin pissed on a headstone. Whatever the fuck he pissed off followed him back to our house, and they all came to my house, and they're like, oh yeah, we went back out there and we took pictures, but we didn't see no blue light. That was like the main point. Like, there was no blue light. So anyways, they come back to my house, they're telling me about, nothing happened. I'm like, okay, it's cool. Maybe it's just, me. Me being me. I'm an intuitive, so I definitely feel vibes. I definitely feel energies and shit. Shortly after they went back out there and came back, and they were sitting in my house and everything, like the next night, I'm sitting in my apartment, and I just had this really bad feeling, right? And I'm just like, that's really weird. I've never had a weird, bad feeling in my own apartment. So it ended up getting really bad. I felt like somebody was squeezing my heart, and I couldn't breathe. I actually went to the emergency room because I had no idea what the fuck was going on. They told me I was having a panic attack for no reason whatsoever. I wasn't stressed about nothing. I wasn't worried about nothing. Just having a panic attack for no reason. Okay? This proceeded to happen several more times where I had that same feeling. And there was like one or two other times I actually went to the hospital because I was seriously concerned. It just got to this feeling, that overwhelming dread when I was in my apartment. I didn't want to be there. I told my dad. My dad's like, well, I'm going to bless the house. I'm like, okay, Dad, that's cool. So he went through and he blessed the whole house because my parents lived downstairs. I lived upstairs in apartments and shit. They were all separated. Blah, blah, blah. My grandparents owned the apartment building. My dad blessed the whole house. Instantly, everything felt better. I didn't feel that feeling no more. It was gone. Haven't had no more. Can't say I haven't had no more. I've had panic attacks since then, but I think that's what kind of started it. Panic attacks haven't been that bad though. And they usually come at a time where I'm stressed or overwhelmed or something. And say whatever you want. They can call it a panic attack. I'm gonna call it that my cousin pissed on somebody's fucking headstone, pissed them off, they followed him home, and they latched to me because I was the first place they came to. Oh yeah, back to my story. So, I stopped having panic attacks. Everything kind of went back to fucking normal, and honestly, I don't want to go back to Blood's Point. That is my Blood's Point story. So, on that note, thank you so much for watching. This is going to be my last ghost story time of my own stories. I start my new job on Tuesday, so I'm gonna start having money coming in so I can start traveling. I am gonna probably do one more, maybe two more videos that are not travel related, so keep an eye out for that. But anyways, if you guys like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos on my crazy adventures, subscribe. And if you have any suggestions on crime, paranormal, conspiracies, I do want to do a UFO video, which I'm excited about. Cryptids, anything like that, anything paranormal, in that realm, I am intrigued about. I love the medical field. I don't want to do videos on the medical field. I'm not an expert, but I love watching medical shit too. But I'm also in the medical field. So, but yeah, if you have any suggestions, leave me a comment. Give me suggestions. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with criticism. It's okay. That's how I get better. I'm really shooting for weekly videos on Fridays. That's why I'm doing this one tonight at 10:30. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you guys in the next one.